there. How content are you with your life? Like, how are things going? Is it going pretty good? Or do you constantly find yourself like in a state of discontent, where your inner critic is eating you alive, or you find yourself worrying about stuff way too much, or overthinking everything, or taking things like way too personally? Well, if you've struggled with any of those, or you're currently struggling with any of those, I have too. I have been there. And that is one of the reasons that I created the Questing for Contentment course, which is on sale for 50% off this week. The coupon code for that is Content23. Never offered a sale that big on it before. But let's talk some about being content with your life. So I mentioned several things at the beginning of the video, like the overthinking and the inner critic and comparing yourself to others. And those are all things that when we start on this journey towards contentment, we've got to toss. And we've got to make like the conscious effort here to put in the brain work so that our actions reflect kind of what's going on in our heads. So you've got to be willing to change first. You've got to be willing to change some of your behaviors and to take a deep, really honest look at yourself. So one word for me for 2023 is going to be enough. Because I also struggle with worrying too much and all those things that I just mentioned. So when I say enough, sometimes that word kind of has a negative connotation, like enough, throw up your hands, walk away. And that's not how I intend that word to be for me in my 2023. So for me, that word is going to be like, you know what? What I have is enough. My car is enough. It's got 350,000 miles on it. Certainly not going to win any beauty contest, but it's enough. It gets me from point A to point B. And do I need a car right now? Not really. I mean, it works. And I would rather have the car that gets me from point A to point B than I would rather have payments right now. So, I'm thinking through the consequences of my actions there. And for right now, the one that I have is enough. Our finances are enough. They're enough to pay the bills and a little bit more. And so often when God blesses us, that's how He provides for us. He provides for us enough and just a little bit more. Because sometimes too much, it can be a bad thing. So what is enough in your life? Have you had the feeling of it's not enough? Maybe you feel like your efforts at something are not enough. But with that too, I'm going to apply that word, because a lot of times I will take it and I'll do my very best, and then I'll wonder, is my effort enough? Have I done enough? And I'll take a step back and be like, you know what, Jennifer? What you've done is enough. It's the best that you could do. You put your best foot forward. It's enough. Stop trying to kill yourself. So I want you to feel like the things in your life right now are also enough. You are enough. If you're doing the best job you can being mama to your kids, then you can work and improve on those things. But some days it's like, it's enough that I have fed the children. It may not be a gourmet meal. I may have cooked frozen pizza, but you know what? They're fed, and that's enough for today. Because sometimes that is your best effort for that day. There are maybe other days that, maybe you're not drained and, you want to cook a bigger meal. Whatever finances you have, it's enough. If it's not enough to pay the bills, well, then the knowledge that you have in your head and your work ethic, you need to just think about, what can I use with what I have, and it be enough. There's all kinds of frugal hacks out there, and ways to stretch what you have. So I want you to feel like you are enough. I want you to be able to stop that inner critic when, like, my inner critic is like the huge mean girl. And it's like, oh my gosh, like if I step back and think about it, like I would never talk to somebody else like I talk to me sometimes. But I've started noticing that and said, whoa, hang on, stop. It's enough. I may not have the body of the supermodel that I want, but what I am is enough. If I'm not happy with something, then I've taken action that day and done something about it that day. And that's enough. And so there's a lot of ways to use this word of enough. And when you're doing this mental work, it's really hard because it's like almost like there's so much you don't know where to start. And that's how this word enough ties into the course. So with the course, what you are right now is enough. The time that you have right now to dedicate to this is enough. Most of the course videos are 5 minutes or less. And you can take it with you wherever you go. You can access it on a desktop. You can access it from tablet. You can access it from your phone. So it's enough. And it's really helpful to have somebody like break down all the things that you need to do to be happier and content with your life. And to help you feel like it's enough so that you can choose the parts of your life that you really want to work on. And a lot of that is, it will start with you, because when you start with improving you and how you think, then that's also going to bleed over to other areas of your life. If I start trying to be more content with me, then that's going to bleed over and my husband is going to be more content because he comes home to a happier wife. My children are going to be more content because they come home to a more patient, more understanding mother that's going to listen to them and has time for them. So wherever you are in your life right now, just stop. If you feel like your inner critic is going after you, if you feel like you're worrying too much, stop and tell yourself it's enough. And if you feel like it is not enough, or you need some help figuring out how it is enough, then check out the course. We've never offered it at this much of a discount before. Not sure if we will again, so I would hop on this before we change our minds. But friends, whatever you do, I hope that helps. I hope that 2023 is the best year for you yet. Again, my name is Jennifer Webb. I'm the founder of Contentment Questing. And wherever you are, you're enough. Thank you for watching this video. And God bless and happy questing.